What's up, guys? Welcome to another ARK video. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be looking at questions from Reddit, and we'll be answering them as quickly and accurately as possible. So let's go. Question number 1. We've got from user Warbreed8311. Once you get to the state where you have some good dinos, a few that can do resource gathering like mammoths, doids, and ankies in my case, how do you start teching up? That is a great question. The way you tech up after that is to expand your base. You need industrial forges, things like that, and get guns. Guns are super key to advancement on the Ark. Make sure you have as many of them as possible with a ton of ammo as well. Moving on to the next question. We've got another question from Warbreed8311. My man. Cryo cubes, basically the Pokeballs of this game. Will it hold the dino, saddle, and whatever is in the dino's inventory, or just the dino and saddle? It will hold the dino and the saddle and whatever's in the inventory. Just understand that if it has a platform saddle or something like that, then it won't, everything on the platform saddle will be disintegrated. You will no longer have it. So if it is a platform saddle dino, then make sure whatever you have backup supplies for, so you can rebuild on that platform saddle. Next question we have from King of Reddit. How do I get better at PvP, like raids and just fighting people? So PvP is really difficult on the Ark. It's ruthless. Absolutely make sure that you have cover, you have dinos with you to protect you, and if you're doing a raid for a base, you need dinos to soak turrets. Really great dinos for that are golems, trikes people use a lot. Just make sure you're being really smart and careful, and I also recommend a forward operating base. Post up outside their base, somewhere really close, where if you die, you have a bed there, you have supplies there, you can just respawn right there and move on and take care of the raid after that. All right, next question is from 1331 Media. Who killed Jon Benet Ramsey? Not Ark related, bro. Sorry, I can't help you. Moving on to the next question we have from Chezru. One more question. Which flying dino is best in your opinion on the island map? He's got a pteranodon, and he can't carry a lot of items. Okay, so in my opinion, on the island, that's where you have all of the vanilla dinos. So you need to make sure that you have something that can carry resource dinos. There's a couple dinos that can do that. There you've got the Quetzal, which has an absolutely it has a very large amount of carry weight. So that's a really good one. It's just really slow to traverse the map. And then you also have an Argentavis, which I personally recommend because it can heal if it eats any creatures that it kills, as well as it can carry resource dinos and has a ton of weight. So that's a really good one in my opinion. Moving on to the next question. Okay, so Chedru has a question about bosses. What is the purpose of the game after beating the boss? So what you want to do after beating a boss is you unlock a lot of tech gear. So tech yourself up, get a lot of gear. But after that, you can move to any of the DLC maps and beat those bosses, get even more tech gear. You keep your levels when you move to a new map. There's just a whole new world of possibilities after the island. So I very strongly recommend moving to a new map after that. Thanks for the question, Chedru. Moving on to the next one. We have from SuperDoggo39. How do I go from mediocre wood player with a raptor to good rock player with multiple dinos? So the way you want to do that is you want to unlock more dinos, you want to tame more dinos. And the way you do that is just finding a good dino out there and simply taming it. And you want to expand your base. You want to get industrial forges. You want to industrialize, get yourself a ton of weapons and a ton of ammo, as well as go and beat some bosses. It's a really big challenge, and you'll unlock some really cool gear from it. That's what I recommend for you. Next question we have from Warbreed8311. Again, man, this guy's got a lot of questions. I love you, bro. I'm here for you. What is the best grouping of 3 dinos to go exploring with, non-flyers? So in my opinion, I recommend going out with a Yutyrannus because their roar has a buff to allied dinos as well as a debuff to non-allied dinos. I also recommend a Daedon because a Daedon can heal your dinos, as well as a Therizinosaurus. Not only are the Therizinosaurus really cool, but they have a ton of damage. They have a lot of health. You can increase their movement speed, and they take less damage from a fire attack. So if you're dealing with a wyvern or something like that and it's trying to breathe fire on you, your Therizinosaurus is going to take less damage from that attack. That's my personal group of 3 dinos. Let me know if you change that in the comments below. Moving on to the next question. We have from Azevedo128 once again. Okay, thanks. Any good tips on cave dinos? Because the megas were one of my ideas because of their compact size. Personally, I recommend anything that'll fit and anything with a ton of health and a ton of melee damage. It's really all you need to worry about. Cave entrances can be a little bit challenging to deal with just because, you know, they can get really small and compact. So it might even be a good idea to bring like a raptor in there if that's all you have, or a pack of compies even if that's all that'll fit. So just basically anything that'll fit with a ton of health and a ton of melee damage. That's my personal recommendation. Next question's from Will D in a ditch. Will die in a ditch. Oh my god. Easy way to transfer on each map is the title. As the title suggests, what is the easiest way to transfer out of each map aside from Genesis? Since I don't own that map. Thank you. So the best way to get in and out of new maps is to go to an obelisk, and from that obelisk, upload your character to the server, move to the new map, download your character from the server again, and just move on with your life. Everything's all good. All you have to do is hit transfer server. It pretty much takes care of everything else. If you bring gear with you, that's when you'll have to go to the obelisk on the new map and go and retrieve your gear. Thanks for the question. Next up, we have a question from Azevedo128. Once again, what the hell is the cave in the swamp castle in Ragnarok? It's a fucking nightmare. Let me tell you, that place sucks. But he does ask, why does it exist and why is it so big? There's actually 2 artifacts in that cave. While it is really big and really hard to traverse, you do get rewarded quite nicely for getting in there, defeating all the dinos, getting the gear. You kind of have to beat the bosses, so good luck with that. It's a fucking nightmare though. I appreciate the question. Next question we have by Sir Yeats. What's your favorite map in Ark? My favorite map is Ragnarok, as I previously mentioned. It has a ton of good dinos, ton of good locations. There's really cool caves, really great place to go. I recommend it if you haven't already tried it. Next question we got from Papa Dom's Rules 123. What's your favorite dino? My favorite dino, in my personal opinion, is the Griffin. It's incredibly mobile. You can get it to be very powerful, and it can hold a lot. I mean, I don't have another dino that I would prefer for mobility than the Griffin. It's just such a cool dino. Try it out. Next question is from Lele Koteco. Help! Someone help me. How can I protect my Ark base? I'm always attacked when I'm off. It's very frustrating. Before I living in... wait. I always tame raptors, then I put them inside my base, turn them on aggressive mode, but even when I come back, everything is dead and everything is stolen. Okay, so super bad plan, bro. Don't use dinos to defend your base. You need turrets. You need parasaurs to let you know when they're coming. You need dodos so that when the aggressor kills your dodo, you know who killed them and you can go and retaliate. But absolutely do not rely on dinos for defense. Terrible idea. Get turrets all day. Next question we have Sir Ender to me. Worrying about structures being destroyed? I play by myself or with friends because I have no desire to play with randoms who will destroy your things or steal your dinos just for fun. Still new to the game. I'm still learning something on YouTube videos. People mention that if your base isn't well defended, it will get destroyed. Do dinos destroy structures too, or are these people just talking about other players? Actually, yes, dinos can also destroy your base, but there's other than dinos and players, nothing is going to destroy your base unless you personally go out and destroy it. So just be careful for other dinos. Since you said you're still new to the game and you're just playing by yourself, absolutely do not worry about anything. If you get wood, stone, or metal, which I personally recommend a metal base, there's really no reason not to have it if you're in a single player world, then just worry about dinos, and not very many of them can destroy metal. So that's a good option for you. Next question we have Jack's Back. Microsoft Ark. Is there any differences between Steam Ark and Ark from the Microsoft Store on PC? The only difference is that you can crossplay with Xbox players. Everything else is the same. Question from Just an Edgy Guy. If I force feed milk to a baby wyvern, will their food increase? Well, baby wyverns and any other baby dino have a set amount of their health. So if their health is this much, if their food is this much, and as they're growing, their food is only peaking right about here, like 10% of their health or something, it will slowly increase as they mature. So no, force feeding them will not increase their food. Just a bad idea, waste of resources. Don't even bother with it. Let them eat naturally, put food in their inventory, and once they get to a certain size, they can eat out of a feeding trough. So that's what I recommend. Next question we got from Daddy's Teddy Bear. Going into my first boss fight, I have 11 Rexes, 3 Allosaurus, and 1 Eugeranus, all at 20k health and at a min of 15,000 melee. Any advice? Yeah, bring a Daedon. Daedons are going to heal your dinos as they're fighting. Other than that, that sounds like a pretty damn dope squad. Good luck, bro. Next question. We have a question from Mori11. What's better, HP or melee on a Giga for raiding? I personally think that if you're going to raid a base with a Giga, absolutely smash that melee damage, because you should have other dinos around with a lot of health to be soaking turrets and tanking for you. So you basically just want to use that Giga for complete and utter destruction of whatever you're looking for. Next question is from It's That Guy. Does mate boost increase the amount of metal an Ankylo gets? Well, with a mate boost, you do get increased melee damage, so that in and of itself will get you more metal, but anything else about the mate boosting will not get you more metal. Strictly just that melee damage will get you more metal. That also applies if they're not mate boosted and you increase the melee damage. It will totally get you more resources up to a certain point. It depends on the harvest health of the resource that you're trying to collect, so just keep that in mind. Next question comes from Yiz47. Anyone got tips for taming a Therizino? Absolutely. 1, don't fucking die, they're scary. 2, build a trap. Absolutely build a trap. It looks like the suitable gear you have for taming at the moment is a bow and trank arrows. If you trap them with a trap that looks something like this, then you won't have any problems. You're not gonna die. Just shoot them once, lure them into the trap, close the gate, and everything's good. You'll have yourself a Therizinosaurus. Next question comes from Hams the Man. Does Arc Genesis have anything to do with the storyline of other maps? Without spoiling anything, yes, you can ascend on that map and it is integral to the storyline. So absolutely go make sure you play that map and you beat it. Next question comes from Yiz47. There's 2 Alpha Raptors not some way away from my base. They're in a location that I need to go to a ton. Any tips on how to get rid of them? Absolutely. You would want anything that has a lot of health and a lot of melee damage. I would go for either like a Rex, some big carnivore, or if you're on a boosted server, then pretty much any of your dinos, if they have stat boosts, you can boost their stats in a way that will allow them to go and just absolutely take care of those Alpha Raptors. Just make sure you don't get knocked off your mount, because Raptors are capable of doing that, so just be careful. You could also trap them. Raptors are very simple creatures. All you have to do is swing a bola at them and throw it, and they're trapped, and you can just kill them really quickly. Me and my boss are going to tame 2 Spinos. How big should our pen be to contain them? So in order to contain them, you'll want to have a behemoth gateway that they can fit into, and I would recommend about 20 foundations with like 10 to 15 walls high, and then you can just cover that up with a ceiling if you want, but you'll definitely need a behemoth gateway. That's the only one they'll fit in. Next question comes from House of Psychedelia. Gonna start playing Ark on PC. What order should I play in? You should play on the island, then go to the center, then go to Scorched Earth, then go to Ragnarok, then go to Aberration, then you want to go to Extinction, then you want to go to Genesis, and lastly Crystal Isles. There you go, bud. Next question comes from Avizetto128. Excellent questions from this guy. Good places to make bases in Ragnarok? Yeah, okay. Southwest corner of the map, absolutely great place to build. There's tons and tons of resources there. A lot of people want to build on Viking Bay. You want to build on Viking Bay? Cool, but you're gonna have a tough time with resources and you're gonna be encountering a lot of players. So I recommend either the desert to the east or the desert in the southwest. Just make sure you have a little bit of fortitude so you're not overheating. Last question comes from Pad Uka JN25. What are the best / most underrated PvP dinos? I play on Rag. Bro, the Griffin is so slept on. You absolutely need to get a Griffin. I would definitely recommend some Wyverns, man. Wyverns are nuts. You can get a ton of them. And then also, lastly, you should get Rock Elemental. They're great for soaking turrets, so on and so forth. Those are my 3 most slept on dinos that you should absolutely get right now. Thanks for your question, guys. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment them down below. Or I browse Reddit every single day and answer questions from everybody. Maybe I'll do another video like this if it takes off. If you like the content, make sure you're subscribing and liking the video. If you saw your name, let me know, because I want to see if you guys watch this video. That'd be super cool. I'd love to interact with you guys. So also, I want to let you know that I stream Ark every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, right around 8 p.m. Central Time on Twitch. Just look up Pterafier. I'll have a link to that in the description. So thanks for watching. Have yourselves a great day.